day 17 of my daily video challenge. Today I thought I would talk about blind spots. I had a conversation yesterday with a friend who was talking about a colleague they're working with and some of the behaviors going on there. And now I don't know the super details and I'm not an eyewitness to anything, but I suspect this other colleague has some blind spots going on in their behavior. And it made me realize or reflect a little bit on my own past. And for sure I've had blind spots. And they're extremely hard to see, hence why they're called blind spots. So why I thought I'd bring this up is to just, highlight, how do you find out if you've got a blind spot? Well, wait a second. What is a blind spot? Well, it's any aspects of ourselves, our behaviors, our perceptions that we're completely unaware of, but other people can see it, no problem. So an example would be your communication style, or perhaps you're overestimating your skills and abilities. What else could there be? Cultural biases. We carry that in with us, just like we carry in our personal history too. You can't check your baggage at the door when you walk into work in the morning. It's coming with you. So you got to make sure you got a bit of an awareness of, say, how you approach a problem, because that's how your dad approached a problem. So here we go. I'm going to do the same way because that's what I was taught. But maybe there's a different way. Anyway, why is it hard to see your own blind spots? Truthfully, ego. Nobody wants to be told, like, hey, do you see what I see? Do you notice what you're doing? It can be very difficult to see it on your own. And then if someone points it out to you, God, what is going on with my glasses? It can be very difficult to hear. So the way to identify it is for someone to give you some feedback on it. You can do some self-reflection. I know for me, when I've had bad experiences at work, or I know a blind spot was in, and it was more around my behavior and how I would approach a problem or a task at hand, especially if it was a time crunch and stress levels were up, I could be a bit of a steamroller. And I know it, but I wouldn't know it in the moment. It was always after the fact that I go, oh, I could have done that better. So yeah, self-reflection. Assessments help. Personality assessments, strength assessments. Those can be great because they're a neutral party. Nobody's telling you. It's just, the science behind the assessment, telling you straight up what's going on. Journaling can help too. It's kind of that reflection part. Now, if you're not, the trouble with blind spots is if you don't see them and work on them, it can really impact your leadership style and the effectiveness of your team. And this isn't just for the leaders. This is for everyone. So it's something everyone has to work on. It can impact decision-making, team dynamics, communication levels, trust. Trust is huge. So make sure that that's something you can address and work on. Now, if you want to address your blind spots and overcome them, seek feedback. If you're going to do this, seek feedback from someone you trust. If you trust your team, you can say, hey, look, I want to work on I'm going to pick on communication style. I want to work on my communication style. I want to get better at it. I want to be clearer. I want to be organized in my thoughts so I can communicate better. Bear with me as I practice and work on this. Now, the beauty of sharing what you want to work on as you're working on it, when you do seek feedback, they will have been watching for it and you will get good feedback, right? The other thing is they will perceive you as actually getting better than maybe you are, because they're looking for the good. They're looking for the progress, right? But if you do it in silence and in a silo and don't tell anyone, they're not going to be watching for it. So you're not going to get the same quality feedback. And they might not even realize that you have been working on it and getting better at it. So make sure you share what you're working with. I can think of a time when I was running some projects and some sort of disaster hit. Like we got delayed on some item being delivered, or, rain delays. And I know I would get my blinders on and become the drill sergeant in a project. And that was just because, I knew better. I knew the best. I could see the path forward and I felt like we were in crunch and crisis mode. So I just wanted to plow forward. That was one of my blind spots, is not realizing that not everything is in that urgent bucket. And I can calm down and actually rally the team and come up with the best solutions. It doesn't have to all be on me, and I don't have to be the drill sergeant on a project. And that was one of my lessons growing up in my career. So I know that it can be work. Now, if you have any blind spots on your own. Again, like I said, it can be hard to see, but I encourage you to take a look, because we all have them. We're human beings. We carry ego, which means we've got our own lens on stuff, which means it's going to cloud our judgment at times. So we're going to bring some awareness to that. All right, I just thought I'd share this little bit with you. And until then, I will see you tomorrow on day 18.